Yo, podcast. Yeah. All right. Another episode of the Retired Trucking Podcast coming to you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in this morning or this afternoon or whenever you're watching this, probably the afternoon. And this will be, like I said, second episode. We are going to cover what or how or why I got started in trucking. That was back in 1995. I think it was around March, April, June, somewhere in that area. Late spring, early summer. Before went into trucking, I was, well, go back a few years, early 90s. I was in the taxi cab business there in the old hometown, or not the hometown, but where I was living in North Carolina. Yeah, it was all right. He was making a living, nothing crazy. I think I ended up lease purchasing a cab, I guess you could say. Uh, it was my cab. I was paying the cab company for it, kind of like a lease purchase thing. But man, the overhead on that cab, it was crazy. Always breaking down, buying parts. I had to buy a computer for the cab one time. Man, that was expensive and wasn't all that good. So I was already looking into trucking, didn't know really how to get into it. So I went to work for another guy after got a cab business, working for local delivery. He drove a non CDL box truck and a couple pickup trucks, and we deliver around certain kind of freight. And I think he did air freight for Emory back in those days when they were still around. We used to go up to the Raleigh airport, pick up, come back, deliver packages and stuff like that. Kind of like an early Amazon thing or something. Emory Air Freight's not even around anymore. And then we just deliver furniture and stuff like that. So I got tired of that mess. The guy was a jerk to work for, didn't pay a whole lot. So I think I called a few trucking companies and I found one, a builder's transport. They pay for everything. They put you up, send you through school, however long it was, through 2 or 3, 4 weeks or something, and gave them a call and had a date set up to go to Lugoff, South Carolina. So they paid my bus ticket over there and went and checked in and started in their truck driving school. I thought it was crazy. They had these apartments there in town that they rented, like a block of them, and they put 3 or 4 students in one apartment. Had 2 bedrooms, 2 beds in each bedroom, and I didn't like that setup at all. That was kind of wasn't used to that. And after getting out of the Marine Corps in '85, I didn't want to do that open squad bay type thing and living with people or sleeping in the same room with strangers. But I got over that, and it was all right. But I went 2 or 3 days in the truck driving school. They get a physical. I have to do all the paperwork. Well, you got to get a physical. So one guy got a physical. And lo and behold, I didn't pass. I had to. My blood pressure was high. Even back in those days, I had high blood pressure. So, well, we can't pass you. So I went back to the school, and they were talking about, well, if you go home and get that taken care of, if you get back soon enough, you can jump right back in with your old class. You won't have to lose anything. So, all right. So another guy that was in class there, he failed the physical, and it was something. He had some major issues. He couldn't ever get okay to drive a truck. So I got a ride back with him. Went home, went to the doctor, got my blood pressure medicine, went back to school, truck driving school, and passed the physical. Yeah, blood pressure was good. So jumped right back in with the same class. Didn't miss but a couple of days of few days of class work. I think I missed 1 or 2 days of driving. But got right in there and started driving and training and finished that. And let's see, we all went. The guys that lived in North Carolina, we went up to on a Saturday. We jumped in. Me and the trainer jumped in the truck that we were going to take the test with. Drove it. The other guys had their cars there, so they drove, followed us up there in the truck in their cars, and went to Charlotte Diesel Driving School to take our CDL test, driving test. I don't think Charlotte Diesel Driving School is still around. They might be. Haven't heard a lot out of them in a bunch of years, but they had an instructor up there that was North Carolina certified to give the CDL pass class driving exam. So did that, did the backing thing. I think I may have screwed up on the backing once or twice or something, but passed the driving test pre-trip and the backing and got my CDL. Yeah, I had to go to North Carolina when I got home that Monday. Had to go to the DMV get my CDL. Had all the paperwork and I was good to go. So I had to report to my home terminal, which was in Lumberton, North Carolina, that next week. So I went over there, got was a trainee, not a trainee, a trainer. And during truck driving school, we trained in cab overs and stuff. I don't even think we had a truck with a hood on it. I don't remember one anyway. So once I got with my trainer there in Lumberton, North Carolina, he had one of those big, brand new then Freightliner Classic. That thing was huge. It was nice. Had the Super 10 transmission and went on the road with him, trained, and I don't know how long it was, 4 or 5 weeks, I think. And he said, "You're good to go. You can, I won't cut you loose. You can go solo now." So, all right. So, did all that. I think I went home. Then I went back a couple of days later to get my truck. And here we go. Had to start out in an old cab over again. So I said, man, I trained to drive in that big old, nice, big Freightliner Classic truck. Now I got to go back to a cab over like we learned in truck driving school. But it's quite an experience. First time driving a truck by yourself, and it was all flatbed work. So I had to do the extra work flatbed and then learn how to drive, learn my way around. Now, this was all before GPSs and smartphones and all that stuff. You had to call for directions, or you had to get another driver that knew where the place was at. And I was on the what they called Carolina Short Haul. So a lot of the places we went to around North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Virginia, that was about it. West Virginia, that was about it. But they knew a lot of the places, all the wood mills and paper mills and stuff that flatbed trucks go to. So got around pretty good. Got lost a few times. You know how it is when you're first driving. Didn't have any accidents, thank goodness. Didn't tear anything up, thank goodness. So stayed there for a total of 3 years. So we'll get into more stories about that stuff coming up in these podcasts. So that's how I got started into training or trucking and trained with Builders Transport and got my uh, paid my dues there in the first 3 years, flatbedding in the southern heat and driving old equipment. But you got to start somewhere, I guess they always say, and that's that. So if you're liking these podcasts, let me know down in the comment section. I got a bunch more planned out, ready to go. And yeah, so appreciate all that. Appreciate everybody watching. And I think that's going to be it for this one. I believe that's going to be it. So if you thinking about donating to the channel, check out the Cash App at $ PaleriderTV. Keep keep this content coming, and I would appreciate it. You don't have to, but it's much appreciated. So I appreciate everybody listening. Hey, everybody, have a good day and stay safe.